relationships. The relationship of mother and the child. They say bhakti bhavanas. You can relate through all these 5 ways with the master or the God, Guru or the God. You can relate with them through these 5 ways. One is like a mother and the child. And the next is Lord and servant. The mother and the child is like Yasoda, how Yasoda related with Krishna. And Lord and the servant, how Hanuman related with the Rama. And God as a mother, how Sri Ramakrishna related with Mother Kali. And friend, Sakabhava, Sakyabhava, in Sanskrit they call it Sakabhava. As a friend, how Arjuna related with Krishna. And the ultimate, in the end, Madhurabhava, looking at the Lord or the Master as a beloved. The Bhava which is experienced by Radha towards the Krishna. These are the 5 relationships. And they say in the end, the master-disciple relationship is much more deeper than all these 5. All these 5 put together. Not only deeper than all these 5, deeper than all these 5 put together. Only a person who is blessed to have a master and who is blessed to have a deep trust on master. See, having a master is very easy because in the market so many are available. And even if you don't want, you have to have, because so many are available. What will you do? When you again and again see McDonald's tower, you feel like eating. You are tempted. So when you again and again see so many masters, naturally you will feel tempted to be connected to some master, to go and see some master. Having a master is very easy. I always tell, in those days it is a seller's market, now it is buyer's market. Now it has become buyer's market. Having a master is very easy. To claim, to brag. You see, I am the disciple of that master. I go and listen to him. I go and attend him. Very easy. But really opening your being is the great thing. That is the real thing. I tell you, to whom you are opening, it is not important. If you are opening, that's enough, you are enlightened. People come and ask me, Swamiji, there are so many gurus, we are confused, what to do, whom should we follow? I tell them, don't bother whom you are following. Follow someone deeply, that's enough. Intensely relate with someone whom you feel very attached. Anybody, whomsoever may be. If you are feeling attached, whom your heart feels attached, just intensely go with him. Intensely go with him, open to him intensely, that's enough. Even if he is not enlightened, you will become enlightened. I tell you, even if he is not enlightened, you will become enlightened. There's a beautiful story by Ramakrishna. One Bhagavad Pandit means a preacher, not enlightened person, but a preacher. He stays in the one bank of Jamuna and he used to do puja every day for Krishna. One milkmaid used to take milk for him every day. One day there was a flood in the Jamuna river, so she was not able to go. She was not able to reach him on time. She went a little late. This guy started shouting, "What is happening? Why you didn't bring in time? I have to do puja in time." Doing puja is different, he has to eat. Anyhow, she said, "Oh, there was a flood, I can't cross the Jamuna. What to do? That is the reason I have to wait for boatman. That is the reason I am late." He said, "What? People are crossing the ocean of samsara with Krishna's name. Can't you cross just this Jamuna with Krishna's name?" She just took it very seriously. She said, "Oh, is it so? All right. Tomorrow onwards I will come in time. Please forgive me, Master." Next day she was on time. Every day she started coming in time. This guy asked, how are you able to manage? How are you coming in time? She said in a very innocent way, what? You only taught me. You told me I can take Krishna's name and cross the river. That's what I am doing. He asked, how? How are you doing? She said, I take Krishna's name and just walk on the river and come this side. That's all. This guy said, how can it be? It can never be. Tell me the truth. She says, come, I'll show you. She took him and she just started taking the Krishna's name, Krishna, 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 started walking on the river. This guy thought, when my disciple can do, why not me? When my disciple can do, why not me? He just went near the river, started chanting Krishna, Krishna and lifting the cloth. And he started chanting Krishna, Krishna, but lifting the cloth. And he's afraid the cloth may become wet. Naturally, he fell in the river and went away with the river. You see, he may not be enlightened. He has not realized the power of that mantra, but she realized because she opened. So don't bother to whom you are opening. You can open to anybody. The very opening will liberate you. The very trust will liberate you. The very depth of the relationship will make you enlightened. But the difficulty is, in the modern day, man has lost even idea. It doesn't have even an idea about how to relate with others. All your relationships are pseudo, so-so. You play a very safe game. You are afraid. If you put your hands, you may not be able to take it back. We don't let go. We don't allow ourselves in any relationship. And I tell you one thing, because you don't relate intensely, you will not be able to let go of the relations also. When you don't live intensely, you can't leave it. The person who lives intensely will be ready to leave also. It's a paradox. Living and leaving, both are one and the same. If you can live, you will be able to live. If you can't live, you will never be able to live. You will be a slave forever. Whether living or leaving, it is a capacity, it is an ability which comes to you when you start living intensely. All our relationship is very pseudo, superficial. We never believe the other person is honest because we are not honest. We never believe the other person is honest because we are not honest. In any relationship, not only the husband and wife, or the servant and the boss, or the friends, in no relationship we believe, we trust the other person is honest because we are not honest. We don't even know the meaning of the word relationship. All we know is a business bargain. If you are giving this much attention, I will give you that much attention. If you are coming this much, I will come this much. It's almost like a fighting or a begging. Either fighting or begging. Either fighting or begging. We don't know anything called relationship. Because we don't know even the ordinary relationship, we don't understand the depth of the relationship between master and disciple. And I always tell people, the so-called disciples are the real problem creators. The so-called disciples are the real problem creators. They neither understand what master says, nor relate with him. Neither understand nor relate. They understand their own things and they are also in trouble. They try to put master also in trouble. Of course, the masters never get into trouble. That's different. Masters are just enlightened beings. they never get into the trouble. But usually, when you don't understand the master, you hurt yourself. It's a beautiful story. How we try to use master just as a support. See, we never go to the master for solution. We always go to him only for support. Beautiful story in the life of Shankara. Shankara is traveling from village to village. In India, there is something called Parivrajaka Yatra, means traveling from place to place. Anybody who is supposed to become a teacher or acharya in India, he has to travel from village to village, because you should know the current affairs, you should know the society, you should know the lifestyle, straight away living with them. You can't sit in a palace and preach. No. Preachers are not allowed to stay away from the people. They have to directly relate with them. That is why all the preachers take the vow of poverty and begging. In India, the preachers can't become a preacher unless they live with the common mass, they live with the society, living with them, staying with them, eating their food. Unless you travel length and breadth of India, unless you do the Parivrajaka Yatra, you can't become a teacher. You can't know about the society by reading books. You can't learn about what people want by sitting in a palace. No. You have to travel all over the world, all over the country. Only then you can become a preacher or a teacher. So Shankara is supposed to become a preacher. So he's traveling, he's doing his Parivrajaka Yatra with his few disciples or followers. Suddenly he felt thirsty and he didn't have anything to drink. Nearby he saw a village arak shop, village liquor shop. And he went inside, asked them to give something. Naturally, what else they can give? They had only liquor. And they had offered. He simply started drinking. He drank and till he felt contented. He finished. After that he said, let's go. The disciples are shocked. What is this? But on one side they felt happy. Oh, when master drinks, why not? As all these guys also started drinking. Finished. Shankara started walking steadily, but these guys started dancing this way and that way. Anyhow, they managed to follow Shankara. After a few days, they were traveling in some other area. Again, Shankara felt thirsty. There was no shop, there was nobody, but there was only one shop, smith shop. The person is melting the hot iron and molding images and furnitures. It's a smith shop, iron smith. He just walked into that smith shop, asked that guy who is working, do you have anything to drink? He said, no, we don't have anything. But he saw the hot iron, the melted iron, the liquid form. He just put his hand and started drinking that hot iron. He started drinking that liquid iron. After drinking, he looked at the disciples and said, drink. And you know what will be their reaction? These guys are ready to follow the master when he drinks liquor, but not hot iron. Never try to imitate the master. I have seen people spoiling their life by imitating. And it is not even imitation, it is just trying to quote the master to support your weaknesses. I have seen many people. People come and ask me, Vivekananda used to smoke. Vivekananda used to drink. Why not we smoke? Why should we not smoke? I tell them, Vivekananda started smoking after becoming enlightened. You also become enlightened, then smoke. People just quote. That's what they say, that devil quotes the Bible. Devil quotes the Bible. Devil also can quote Bible and prove what he says is right. Actually, when you pick up only the sentences which you want, you can always prove what you say is right. I've seen many people quoting the master and justifying what they are doing.